Hi Aquarius, this is Eileen with your July 2020 Psychic Tarot card reading. And you've got some good indicators here for July. I mean, you've got the Magician. That's a major arcana card talking about creating, making your plans, setting your goals, deciding what you want, and then beginning to create your own future the way you want it. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. That's indicating some changes, some transitions that should be going on in your life, which could be beneficial for you. You've got the Empress card. That's a really good card for balancing prosperity and balancing your life, your career, your personal life. Let's see, to start with the Magician. Now, this is a general reading, so some of these cards may resonate with you while others do not. If I'm doing a private reading, then I'm just focusing in on your circumstances. So the Magician, the Magician is saying right off the bat here to start the month that you've got all the resources you need inside of yourself to create the life you want. So you don't need to wait for something to happen for you. You don't need to wait for something to fall out of the sky. You need to just start thinking about making plans for how you want your life going forward for the future, whether it's the future of the rest of this year, next year, 5 years, 10 years from now, whatever. And start making a plan for yourself because you have all the resources you need within yourself to create what you want. And the thing about the Magician card, though, is that you might have all the resources, but if you don't put them to work, nothing's going to happen, or it won't be to your satisfaction. You really have to focus. You have to focus, make a plan, get a notebook, make some notes about what you want for your life coming up, whether it's by the end of this year, the end of next year, 2 years, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. Make some notes, draw an outline for yourself of how you want your life to be, and then you start breaking that down into smaller steps on how you're going to accomplish it. And with doing something like that, you can just forge ahead and start creating the life that you want, regardless of the economy or whatever else is going on. There's always going to be something, because there's always bumps in the road in one way or another. Next card you have is Page of Pentacles. And this is a good card. The Pentacles represent money, prosperity. Page of Pentacles is saying you're going to get some good news about money. Or you might have money, a check, some kind of payment delivered to you in July. You might be receiving some money that you I'm feeling like for some Aquarians, you weren't sure if you were getting this money or not. Kind of like you were thinking, oh, am I going to get that money or whatever? Or you weren't sure how much it was going to be. Something like that, almost like you were expecting something, but you weren't quite sure about it. And then it's concrete. It comes through. You do get that money. So now this could also be something else of value. You might get a gift from someone, or it could be, you might be selling a piece of property and have money coming to you that way. So it could even be something valuable academically with school or something that you want to attend school, and you find out, okay, maybe you're getting some kind of scholarship or something for the education that you wanted to pursue. So this is good news for you all the way around. And now also, if this could be a person, is what I wanted to say, this Page of Pentacles. It could represent a person around you in July. Now, pages usually as people represent someone kind of young, like in their 20s, maybe 30-ish. So if you're in that age group and you're single and looking, this could be a prospective new romantic partner for you, or just a nice friend. But this person, if this is around you as a person and you're in that age bracket, this person's going to be interested in you. They're going to be finding you attractive and intelligent and be wanting to get to know you. You could meet them, I don't know, maybe in a school environment or work or something, or around your other friends, that sort of thing. But the biggest message I'm getting with this card is good news about your finances. That's the biggest theme I'm getting here. So next card you have is Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, it turns, and you know, sometimes you're on the bottom of the wheel and sometimes you're on the top of the wheel. So this is an indicator that the wheel is turning. So whatever circumstances you've been in, you have a lot of potential to transition to something better for yourself. But you can't be in a negative frame of mind, because I'm feeling like some people have gotten kind of bogged down and almost like, oh, well, that wheel is probably going to pass me up. You know, you have to, oh, I don't want to say this. I always recommend everybody learn about the law of attraction, because what you think about, what you feel, the energy you're radiating out into the universe, you attract circumstances to yourself that match that energy. So you don't want to be feeling down and out or ready to give up or very discouraged, because you attract things that are just going to discourage you more. When you feel confident and you feel like you have everything you need and you're accomplishing your goals and you're being proactive and you're making progress, then the universe will provide those kind of circumstances for you. Doors will open for you. So this Wheel of Fortune represents changes for the better, but once again, you have to participate. I think that's my message here. Like with the Magician, you have to be in full participation mode. Do not wait for something to get better. You have to be actively involved, but the energy is there to help give you that push. It's like you're supposed to. I guess that's what I'm getting. You're supposed to be transitioning. And what I'm getting for Aquarians at this time, they're on your path in your life, kind of like part of the big picture here and your journey you're on. There's some kind of a transition that you're supposed to be having that's going to help to elevate you. It may not be a giant move up. It might just be a subtle step up. There's some kind of a step up for you now. So go ahead and be in the wave with that. You know, don't fight against it. Be in that mode where you're going with the flow. Next card you have is Four of Cups. Four of Cups. The cups do represent the water signs. They also represent love and romance and feelings, emotions. Four of Cups. And this card, the message about this card is don't be complacent. Don't feel like, oh, there's nothing much going on. This could relate to romance. Like, let's say you had been kind of keeping your eye out, looking for someone that might be a good match for you, and there's nobody special, and you start assuming nobody's out there. You know, all the good ones are taken. You might, if you're too complacent and nonchalant, see the person's kind of leaning against a tree, kind of taking a nap or something. If you're too complacent about it, you could miss out on a good opportunity. See, the hand is coming out of the sky with a nice big goblet being offered to this person. So you don't want to miss out on a good opportunity of maybe making a good connection. This can also be business related. This can even tie in with what I'm saying about that Wheel of Fortune. You know, you don't want to get into a discouraged state of mind, no matter what it's about. But especially with business matters, but still, even with finding the right person for you. But there's opportunities. You might miss a great opportunity. Next card you have is Temperance. Temperance is all about balance. See, she's got the two goblets. One's got the water, one's got fire in it. It's maintaining balance in your life. What I'm getting right off the bat, don't be a workaholic. I'm feeling some Aquarians have been workaholics, okay? Try to have balance where you're giving yourself some personal time to do things that are nice for you. And I know a lot of people have been home a lot recently, but I mean, maybe you've been worrying too much. I'm feeling there's, for a number of Aquarians, there's something that's out of balance with your the way you have your life set up right now. So, and the way of maybe too much work or too much worrying and not relaxing, enjoying yourself enough. Something that's kind of a little off balance that you need to level out. And that's what the Temperance card is. And this is another major arcana, that there's a need for balance in your relationships with others and your relationship with yourself, you know. Be nice to yourself. I'm feeling that that's the message I want to give to you. Do nice things for yourself. That's what I'm feeling is lacking for a lot of Aquarians for some reason. So maybe if you're not working a lot, maybe you're spending a lot of time worrying or something, you know. Get into some healthy habits of, you know, healthy food, eating, exercising, getting enough sleep, having good mental habits, your thought patterns. That's really important too, that you're keeping a really confident, proactive, positive frame of mind going on. You know, don't get too caught up in things that are negative or stressful. Next card you have is Queen of Cups. And again, the cups do relate to the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, emotions, feelings, love, romance, that sort of thing. This could be you embodying the emotions and traits of the Queen of Cups in the month of July. I am getting the potential for pregnancy for somebody, and you know, the Empress is right here, and the Empress sometimes relates to pregnancy. So some Aquarians might be pregnant around this time. If so, it's like you're content and kind of just biding your time and feeling kind of content and maybe introspective a little bit and that sort of thing. Queen of Cups she lives a good life. Okay, she gets to enjoy certain luxuries, whether small or large luxuries, and she knows she has a lot to be grateful for. What I'm getting from this Queen of Cups is there's a certain loneliness there. Like either if there's someone you're involved with, they're not with you now. Maybe you're separated. Maybe they live in another place. Maybe they're just traveling a lot, or maybe there was a breakup. Or I'm also getting that you haven't found that person yet. I'm getting that one really strong. That you haven't met the right one and you're longing for that right partner, right mate for you. And you're not settling for less. You don't want just somebody. You want the right one, the right match for you that you're really compatible with. And the truth is, I really get that you're longing for that person because they are out there. They really are out there, and you're supposed to meet them. But this person has their own things they're trying to get through. It's kind of like they're in the woods and they're trying to make their way through the woods to get out into the clear. So whatever it is, whether it's relationships they're extricating themselves from, money situation, maybe they don't live near you right now and they're going to move into your area where you're living or something, or vice versa. There's going to be a connection made when the time is right. It's all about timing. So even though you're ready now. You feel like you've got a lot of other good things going on in your life. That's all that's missing. That person's just a little behind you. They're a little behind schedule, but they're making their way to you. And then when they finally get there, you can say, what took you so long? Okay, next card. Next card you have is the Empress, another major arcana destiny card. And the Empress is all about prosperity and success, having your career, your work, your money, your personal life, your family life, having balance. That's what I was talking about with the Temperance card. Some of you feel out of balance, but the Empress is saying, yes, you have the great potential to have things balanced, where you're managing to be in a place where you feel like, okay, you know, I've done some juggling, but now I'm getting a healthy, happy balance to my life where I'm comfortable with how I'm doing financially. With my work, I've worked hard, but I'm in a good place now, and I'm also balancing my personal life, my recreation, my personal interest, where you're working on, you know, doing things that you want to do that's important to you. Just, you might want to do arts and crafts. You might want to make things, or singing just came to my mind for some reason. There's somebody who likes to sing, or that just popped into my head, singing. Somebody likes to sing. Doing more of that, dance, you know, whatever, creating something. I'm feeling a lot of, you know, like you're getting things organized for yourself in a way that's fulfilling for you and for your life, and feeling good about it. And that's whether or not you have anybody else in your life. I'm feeling a number of you just getting it together for yourselves, and you're you know, independent, self-sufficient, and doing well for yourself, and you're not even sure if you want that mate. That's what I'm getting for some Aquarius anyway. Kind of like, hey, I'm doing well on my own. If someone came in that's up to my standards and is the kind of person I would want to be around, fine. If they're not, I've got plenty to keep me busy, and my life is good the way it is. I'm doing well for myself. I'm giving myself what I want in my life. And if there's someone who is the quality person I want, then I'm interested. Next card you have is Nine of Wands. So wands do relate to the fire signs, but they relate to your career, work, progress, action. Nine of Wands is saying that a lot of Aquarians might be getting a little exhausted sometime in July from all the work you're doing. Whether you're working at your job, maybe some Aquarians have 2 jobs, or you're working and going to school, or you might be working and then you have your family and home responsibilities too. Or this can also refer to just feeling overburdened in general. So even if you're not working long hours right now, you might be feeling burdened by your problems and your challenges right now, and just feeling weary from that. But the message here is to get the balance. Again, you got temperance, you got this. You need to balance your life. If you can, catch up on your sleep. If there's a way of delegating some responsibilities, if it's a matter of work that you're doing too much of, whether it's at your job or at home, or if you're just worrying and feeling stressed and overburdened, you need to let go of those burdens and step outside of your circumstances, look at your life objectively, and see how you can make changes for the better that will benefit you. The Wheel of Fortune is there for you. It wants to help you transition to a better way of life. But again, you have to step out and look at your own circumstances, see if there's a way you can balance things better. So, I mean, it's all the indicators here are for you to have your life balanced and fulfilled, but you really have to focus on how you can go about doing that. Next card you have a Six of Cups. That kitty is always looking at me. Look at that kitty. Look at those eyes. That's a telepathic kitty. Okay, Six of Cups has to do with someone or maybe a certain set of circumstances coming back into your life that was good at one time. It phased out, and now you have another chance. There's a renewal of this situation. Now, in some cases, this might be an old friend you get together with that you haven't seen in a long time, or it could be a relative you get to visit with that you haven't seen or talked to in ages. But in other cases, this could be someone that you have been friends with and or have known from the past, and all of a sudden the two of you meet up again, and this time around, instead of just being friends, maybe there's a little romance brewing here. So there's a good potential of that. That's what I'm getting from this card, that there's going to be some potential romances starting for Aquarians with someone that maybe you were acquainted. You may have not even known that person well. It could be someone you met briefly. Maybe they were a friend of a friend or whatever, a friend of a relative, that sort of thing. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, you two are around each other and you start looking at that person and thinking, well, yeah, I like that person. And then some romance can blossom there. Now, in some cases, this might have to do with some particular work that you did in the past that was good, the money was good, you enjoyed the work, and for whatever reason, it phased out. It could be a particular job, or it could be maybe you even had a business where you were doing something and you put it aside and stop doing it. Whatever it is, it can come back again where you have a renewal and you have a better opportunity this time for it to really last and for it to flourish this time. So I get very nice energy from this card. Almost some kind of little magical things could happen for Aquarians. So just, be open, be receptive, and see what might unfold with that. And then the last card you have is Knight of Swords, and the swords do represent the air signs of Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And the Knight of Swords, it represents some kind of abrupt change that can be very stressful while it's going on, but after the dust settles, it can be a much better condition for you. So there might be some change that just comes about all of a sudden. It's something that just comes out of the blue. Now, with it being, this is like your last card. This might be at the end of July. This could mean a move or something. Maybe you had been looking for a place to rent or a place to buy, or maybe you've been trying to sell a home or something, and nothing was going on. Everything was kind of quiet. And then all of a sudden, something's available. Or all of a sudden, if you're selling a place, it's like you got a buyer and you got to get busy. Or also, it could have to do with work, some work situation where maybe you had been applying for jobs and it didn't seem you weren't getting any activity, and then all of a sudden you're being contacted and you need to start right away. Or maybe you might even have to move with work. So some of you might be relocating with a job, with a new job, or it could be a company you've worked for, but it's a transfer of some sort. Now, also on the other hand, but whatever it is, after the dust settles, it's a change for the better. So you're glad. It's just extremely stressful while it's going on. So, so if you even think you might be moving at the end of the month, or you've been looking for a place, make sure you got as many of your things packed as possible, because I know for myself, moving is so stressful. So, and I'm never ready enough. Knight of Swords as a person. Now, this would be another air sign, or possibly someone with those traits in there, with the air in their chart somewhere. And this could be someone who just comes and shows up in your life all of a sudden. This could be like on a romantic side for some Aquarians, where all of a sudden there's someone that's just around you that maybe you never knew this person before. I don't feel like it's somebody you've known. I feel like it just could be somebody out of the blue, and it could just be some meeting by total chance. I mean, just by chance. So, and then you strike up a conversation, and maybe there's some interest, and all of a sudden you're talking back and forth. The one thing I'm not getting, I almost tend to feel like even if this person comes into your life, don't be counting on them to stay around. It's almost like they might be temporary. Because I just get this energy of something coming and it's here now and then it's gone tomorrow. So I don't want to say for sure. In some cases, maybe the person would stay around, but I feel like it may not be your best opportunity for long-term romance. So, okay. So now this deck I've been using, this is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and what I'll do now is I'll pick one card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen. If you like my videos, be sure and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos. And check for your rising and moon sign videos as they're coming available. Also, feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, so Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, what is your message for Aquarius for the month of July? Okay, here we go. This says consult an expert. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. So you might know what that means. Okay, let's see. Next, I'm going to pick... Okay, I'm going to pick an angel, what's this called? Angel Answers by Radleigh Valentine. So with this one, think of a question you have on your mind, or maybe some situation you've been wondering about. Have that on your mind, and let's see if you get an answer for that, okay? This is Angel Answers. Okay, angels. We're going to see what the message is for Aquarius for July. But just think about anything. Sometimes you just got something floating around in your mind that you want to know about, or some concern that's been on your mind, or whatever it is. Just think of a question or a situation, and we're going to see what you get with the Angel Answers deck. Okay, let's see. I'm going to fan these out. Wait, I'm going to give it one more shuffle. Then I'll fan them out. Okay. Okay. All right. Here you go. In the near future. Look how pretty these cards are. They're beautiful. Okay, that's the answer for somebody in the near future. Remember, it is a general reading. Okay, let's see. And I want to tell you something here. There was another one that was kind of looking at me, and I wanted to pick it up here because I'm giving you this one too. Compromise. So that might be for somebody else. I don't know. But look, see, she's got the scales here. That's temperance, balance, compromise. Somebody, this is a message that's reconfirming here. And I typically would just pick one, but that other card kind of stood out like I was supposed to read that one too. So I went ahead and picked it up. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm going to pick one from the Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. So angels, what is your message for Aquarius for the month of July? Okay, let me fan these out. Okay, this is Angel Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Wow, I love this message. Angel Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Love it. Wonderful message to end on. Okay, Aquarius, I hope you're happy with your reading for July. Be sure and check for your rising and moon signs as they're coming available. Subscribe, hit the, notification bell if you like my videos. Feel free to leave comments. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Have a wonderful July. Happy 4th of July if you celebrate the 4th. And we'll talk again soon.